The Rundown, February 9th, is live. It's brought to you by SeatGeek. Go download the SeatGeek app right now. We have NBA, NCAA basketball, NHL. Download the SeatGeek app, put in the promo code RUNDOWN, and you get $20 back after you make a ticket purchase. It's super easy. Best app for buying tickets. They'll show you all the deals. They color code it for idiots like myself. Rundown is a promo code, $20 back. All right. This is a momentous occasion. I have been on, I think, the most rundowns in Barstool history because of Kevin and Dave subbing out. Never hosted one.
Wow.
Whoa.
A little nerve-wracking.
I was wondering that, actually.
A little nervous. I also want to just give a quick shout-out. I said before we were going to do the rundown, we're going through the topics, I said, we'll do Jordan Spieth, and we'll make sure we'll plug your guys' new podcast, Foreplay. Give an inch, take a mile. You guys then went and got dressed up.
Do we have a golf podcast?
Which is now, by the way, this is now the most cross-promotion in Barstool history.
Yeah.
We've never actually
great start to the hosting
mentioned
job.
any other podcasts on this show. So download Foreplay. We don't have to talk about Jordan Spieth now. Download Foreplay.
Bullshit.
Both these guys wearing their green jackets. We're going to get them on Pardon My Take as well. Another little cross-promotion.
All kinds of
Coley's
pros.
here. Coley's here. He's got mixtapes. So
Yeah.
download them
Things
all.
are happening.
All right. First
Great
first
start to the
topic.
hosting. Great start to the
Thank
hosting.
you. Don't fucking pander to me, all right? First topic, Charles Oakley. This one took the internet by storm last night. Oak, he went absolutely nuts in the stands at the Knicks game. The story is, if you believe James Dolan, he says that Charles Oakley was causing a problem and needed to be escorted out. The Knicks then tweeted from the PR account, which is a dirty, dirty move, saying, we hope he gets help. If you believe Charles Oakley, which I think we all do, he says that basically they just wanted to kick him out and they were looking for a reason and they came up, he wasn't doing anything. And then basically 8 guys needed to take him out. Old school Oak. Trent, start off.
It doesn't matter to me how it started, what got it started, if Dolan's right, if Oakley's right. The one thing I took away from it was the guy where he's pointing at the guy.
Yeah, the finger point.
Finger point to the guy's temple and shoves it. That's going to exist forever on the internet for that guy, for his family to see, his kids to see, his grandkids to see. I'm most concerned about him. He's got to be on suicide watch because there's no coming back from getting shoved in the temple like that.
Agreed.
Yeah, we were saying if you punch someone, it hurts a lot more, but if you give somebody like a wet willy, you give somebody a wedgie, or that fucking move that I've never seen before, you just push them with your index finger, you can't really come back for that. Also, you're 100% right in that if you say someone needs help, that's like...
Yeah.
It's like a backhanded,
That's like they've got
basically saying
depression.
that, they're alcoholic or something. That's immediately what I thought. I was like, Charles Oakley's alcoholic, which he might be.
So big shot from the PR, but we've had a couple nights now with the fuck Jerry thing and with that where like late night something gets a bunch of momentum, which makes things exciting. So I loved it. I thought it was
Well,
great.
and the other point obviously is that the Knicks are now like this is new territory for the Knicks. They've been an absolute dumpster fire for what seems like forever now. I think it's probably like 2001. But this one, Charles Oakley getting escorted. I mean, it wasn't even escorted. He was like dragged out of the stadium. James Dolan just looking there like a little rat. Who now James Dolan's got to be worried about his life, I would say.
Yeah, I
if
saw
that
he banned Oakley from MSG.
That was all the plan, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I think I don't know anything about Knicks fans. I'm not a Knicks fan. This rallies me more than it tears me down. I think rallying around Oakley makes they get a boogeyman in Dolan who they've had for a while.
They already have him,
They
yeah.
had him, but Charles Oakley at the head of this thing, I think it bands Knicks fans together as opposed to being like, oh my God, this is an even bigger disaster.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I couldn't give a fuck less about the Knicks. Almost bought a fire Dolan shirt last night. I was pretty fired
I
up.
like the free Oakley shirts.
Either one.
Free
Just
Oakley
go buy
as well.
both of them. Fuck.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, also shout out to that one guy on Twitter who is like coming at Barstool Sports because like we don't have black guys' backs only when it's a joke or something like that.
This isn't a joke either.
Oh.
Like, no, I'm saying free Charles
Yeah,
Oakley.
he said that. Yeah,
But he did,
we have Charles Oakley's back. Second, Limbo Queen. This is maybe one of the weirdest videos I've ever watched, and that's saying something because fucking Trent posted a pig sucking on a woman's tit today.
Yeah, I did.
That was...
Thank you for that, Dre.
You're welcome. Was fucking
It did not show. It showed I was mad that it cut away a little bit.
You would be the one to post that as well.
Just saying.
Limbo Queen, Riggs, does this turn you on or turn you off?
Definitely turns me on.
Ooh.
100%. I think, look, anytime you see, I don't know how it doesn't. Anytime you see a chick that can like move like that, flexible.
little-
Everybody
little half.
starts to move a little bit. You start
halfy?
to get excited.
Something going on down there?
Yeah, you don't have to point to where my dick is. Like we get what we're talking about.
Zoom in on his dick, Pete.
Yeah, it's dick zoom. I
Oh,
should have brought a sock.
you
God
got a
damn it.
boner? You got a boner?
I thought the one thing that I feel like a lot of people when these kinds of videos, people always have these crazy talents that like don't really resort to anything. I don't have anything like that. Like I can't do shit like that. So that also
Your
makes
talent
it,
is copying everyone's style.
yeah, that's one of my big things. I'm trying to go a lot of different ways
He's
today.
completely
I don't know-
outlandish
yeah, I don't
boots
know
today.
what that is.
Yeah, so I mean, this was I made it to work in a blizzard day.
Hot from a distance, I would say, is what I would call this video. Because if you get in bed with this girl, it's a total mismatch. You don't know what's going on. So I can watch it from afar and appreciate it. I don't know what sort of sex moves you could do with a limbo, but you could tell she's one of those skinny girls who can do just about
Okay,
anything.
but it's not like the only thing she can do in bed is just limbo around the bed.
But that's what I'm saying. I think she can do a whole lot more, and I would not be prepared for any of it.
Right, because you're still a stiff white guy.
Yeah.
Right. I agree with that. The
You don't. You
the
think
point
you
of
can,
this
like, take her?
the point of this video though, if Jiffy Lube doesn't hire her to be like a mechanic and just be going sliding under, they don't have to put the thing on they don't have to lift it
Save
up.
a whole lot of money.
That's like $1 billion.
That's true. Like Hardee's already does those
right.
commercials.
Just
I'm like,
have her slide under and do whatever. I don't know. I'm not a car guy.
yeah, they've already got it.
I was like, do something.
I was like, curious to see where
There's
that
always
was
like
going.
Paris Hilton
Uncap
washing a car
something,
or
yeah,
something,
let the
eating a cheeseburger.
Fluid
they can
drain
do it.
and then change the
Yeah.
fluid. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
there you
saying.
go.
All right, Jordan Spieth. Are you guys golf guys?
We watch golf.
So Jordan
Casual.
Spieth, he went in on adult autograph seekers. He basically got in a fight with them. There was a couple guys who wanted an autograph. He said no. Then he gave an autograph to a little kid, and then they said, "You're not Tiger. Don't pretend you're Tiger." He flipped out. I think there was an F word said in front of the kid.
The autograph seekers like dropped a huge F
Yeah.
bomb, and that's what pissed off Spieth.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on autograph seekers and Jordan Spieth? Trent.
I mean,
Fake
autograph
jacket.
seekers are the easiest thing to make fun of and beat up because they're just adults. You can see them at every sporting event. They're the towering person, like elbowing for real estate among little kids. So, I mean, easy target. Everything Spieth said was right. I like that he said when the guy was like, "Hey, you're not fucking Tiger Woods," Spieth's like, "You're still trying to get my autograph, so I clearly mean something to you." I thought he was spot on with all of it. So, but it's a little bit of an easy target. It's everywhere now. The headlines are like, Spieth eviscerates a couple autograph seekers. I mean, he's right, but it's a pretty easy target.
Yeah.
I kind of liked that they said you're not Tiger Woods. I thought that was like a good little chirp.
Why? Because he has a back that works?
Yep, that's definitely a big part
You
of
were,
it.
you were waiting to get a little
No, I
Tiger
mean, let's just say
jab in
you're
this.
right.
That's why you.
Jordan
Hey,
Spieth's body
Trent-
actually functions.
Hey,
so
Trent Riggs, come on the
you're
rundown.
right, he's not Tiger Woods.
I'll play a little devil's advocate
Okay.
and say that the whole comment of like, oh, they just go around benefit off other people's success. I mean, everybody does. Like the media is doing that. The media is covering you and getting all kinds of clicks on interviews with you because of your success. So people are taking advantage of your success. It's like,
It's
okay,
different-
that's literally what people do.
it's different when
That's
you're trying to,
fine.
like-
Everybody does that.
Push kids out of the way and like taking that joy away from a small child so you can make like $20 on eBay is pretty fucked up.
I agree with that. I'm not like saying those people are the greatest people in the world, but also reporters push fucking
Yeah,
people out of
no,
the way to
Riggs,
get
you're kind
interviews
of
and
right.
shit.
I actually agree with Riggs because he doesn't have to sign every autograph, but you can't just say every adult who ever comes up to you, I don't want to sign an autograph because you're an adult autograph seeker. Like you're famous. Part of being a famous athlete is sometimes you have to sign a few autographs.
100%. So I thought he went like a little too far on that. Like, yes, people are vultures and are definitely going to try to benefit as much as they can from your success, but they do that on every level of your success.
Right,
So-
there's a point. Like I think if the guys are, like you said, Trent, if the guys are pushing people around,
Yeah.
if they're asking for, if they're like coming up with, golf clubs and like, hey, will you sign this golf club and shit that is clearly going to be sold on the secondary market.
Sure.
Then you can be it. But if a guy comes up and asks for, an autograph, he's 40 years old, he's probably
That's
hasn't
kind of
had
weird though,
sex in
too.
a long time.
I was gonna say,
like, be nice to him.
It's a pretty specific person who you're
Right.
just like want something signed. Do you guys autograph guys? Probably not.
No, but
it always seemed like too much work to me. Like you have to get, because it's one of those hobbies that you have to go all in. You can't be like, I have 10 autographs. You know what I
Right.
mean? You have to have hundreds of autographs to be an autograph guy.
yeah, I thought you made a good point too that the picture now, the selfie,
Yeah.
is way more like
Yeah,
genuine and legitimate.
I'd rather take a picture with a guy than get his autograph. Autograph means nothing to me.
Right. Agreed. All right, next topic, armrest fight. This was a video of a flight, two lawyers getting in a fight on the flight.
Flight. Yeah.
You gonna interrupt me? I was
leave
doing
it-
well
he's
there.
a host guy.
F-
He's first
oh
time.
wait, before we do that, Thursday boots, handcrafted with the highest quality. It's winter season, so you're gonna want some boots The nice thing about Thursday boots, they also have stylish boots, so it's all seasons. Thursday boots starting at $149 with free shipping and returns. Go check them out.
Oh, shit.
Who threw that?
That was Hank.
Hank
There you go, grab
almost
that.
just took down a light Thursday boots.
He about broke
Look at that.
There you go.
That's stylish.
That's,
Look at
man,
those.
whoa. You should, those suck. These are the good ones.
So
Yeah, these
Thursday
stink, those
boots,
are
check
fresh.
it out. There's no promo code. Is there a promo code, Louis? No promo code. I'm getting you fucking idiot. All right, so it's coming off the rails. Thursday boots. Armrest fight.
Armrest fight.
On the flight. What do you guys have on that?
I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often, armrest fights.
Yeah, it's one of those things you got to establish early. And like right out of the gate, you got to establish who's got the armrests. You got to establish dominance. If you don't, then you just lose out. And then if you start to fight about that, you clearly have to be two fucking lawyer idiots or something, because once you lose, it's over. They clearly, neither one of them wanted to accept that. They started fighting, they started brawling, they started yelling. People were filming it. I mean, you just got to relax on a plane. You're going to lose something, you're going to win something. It's going to be miserable. I don't think you should be fighting.
I'd be curious to know how long the flight is. Because if it's an hour flight, 2 hour flight, you can just like, all right, I'm not going to I lost this one. You win a couple, you lose a couple. But if it's a long flight, I can understand why these lawyers are like at each other's fucking necks.
It's pretty simple though. If you're sitting in a row with 3 seats, the middle seat gets both armrests, and the window and the aisle get their single armrest because they have a better seat, right? If you're sitting in a 2-seater, then it's obviously a little dicey. And I know this is going to sound like I'm just biased because I'm a big guy, but I think weight and height matter. And if you're a bigger person, if it's a smaller person or a bigger person, the bigger person should get more space.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I think that because you can just kind of like
Right.
small here.
Right. Like it sucks to fly if you're over 6 feet tall and also overweight.
You're saying even in a 3-seater, if the people on the aisle get there first?
No, yeah, you should get your one. You should lean towards the aisle and you should get your one armrest.
I think
if you're
it's
on
very-
the window, you should lean towards the window and get your one armrest.
No, I don't agree with that, because if it's like you're obviously in the same boarding area, or you guys can get on at the same time, I think it's whoever gets there first.
It's also tough because if you're the aisle guy, you're leaning on the aisle, you're just setting yourself up to get smoked by the beverage cart.
Yeah, I get smoked by the beverage cart.
Yeah, so that's just part of it? That's fine?
That's part of it. That's part of flying.
Yeah, I guess I never really thought of it that way. Again, I would always be just selfish, and if I'm there first, I just take both of them.
Yeah. That's a fucked up move.
Definitely, but
that's how fights start. That's exactly how fights
But if
start.
you're not there first, you lose.
I
You
like
just
it too
lose.
because you started this whole topic saying, I don't know why you'd fight. I'd fight you.
And it's
If you're
funny
not there
that
first, you fucking lose out.
maybe these lawyers were just getting off on like wanting to fight about it. That's
Yeah,
what
lawyers are the
do.
worst.
They
That's
couldn't
true.
wait. It was funny. The one was like, well, I'm a lawyer. And the other guy's like,
anyone
I'm a lawyer
said-
too.
Anyone says that is the worst person alive when they're like, I'm a lawyer, and they try to intimidate you with the law because us idiots don't know the law.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just like hit you with a bunch of jargon.
Right. All right, last topic, Bart Hawick. He is suing the New York Post because they fired him over a tweet about Trump. He said Pearl Harbor Day, 9/11, Trump's inauguration. Those are the 3 dates he threw out there. Pretty insensitive. Bart Hawick's a troll and an idiot, but he got fired. Is it fair?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Trent.
I was gonna say, it is fair. This is not the first case we've seen of this. Somebody says something stupid on Twitter or on a Facebook Live, you get fired for doing those things. That reflects on the company. I don't understand why. I think Bart Hawick is very much the guy who just wants headlines and he wants to like act like he's fighting. It's very well in the New York Post for them to fire this guy and for the tweet.
Riggs?
Yeah, I mean, they should sue him for suing them. I mean, he's, of all wrongful termination, this is the most rightful termination I've ever heard of. Like, you can't, it's insane what he tried to claim.
Okay. I completely disagree with both of you.
Why?
Bart Hawick is the worst. He's a troll. He's awful. The New York Post lives their life getting headlines by posting dead bodies and crazy fucking headlines and offending people. That's how they make money. They literally say that's how we make money. This is in the New York Times, this is in the Wall Street Journals. If it was anything else, I'd be like, Bart Hawick, go fucking kick rocks. Your employer has a right to fire you for an offensive tweet. The New York Post lives on offensive tweets. So when someone does an offensive tweet under their like umbrella, you have to just deal with it. That's bullshit. They probably wanted to fire him for another reason because he's bad at his job and he's an annoying troll. So if they just said that, I'd be totally on their side. But you can't have it both ways. New York Post, it'd be like Dave firing one of us for an offensive tweet when he just offensively tweets all the time.
Big Cat, Don't you think you probably got Bart Hawick fired, considering you called the New
we
York
probably had
Post
a part,
50
small part,
times
small part.
and said he needed to be fired?
Small part.
I say I feel bad for fights. That
That was a prank, though.
just
But
a prank.
Rebecca didn't know
That's
that.
an internet radio prank.
But
Yeah,
I also
it's a
think like
little
they're,
radio bit.
but they know what they're doing because they try to protect their image that they're like legitimate news organization, all of that, and they protect that by
They
being like,
posted
oh,
a dead body. Didn't they post a dead body?
dude, I agree that
Yeah.
I agree that they try to outrage for headlines, but the whole point is they're scumbags. Totally agree with that. But they know that, and then they go, oh, look at that. That's wrong. You can't do that just for headlines to protect the image that they're not doing it. So, of course, you got to fire the guy.
No, but I think they admit that they do that. Like, I think the New York Post admits that what they're doing is playing the game and trying to get headlines, trying to piss people off and get people to read their newspaper because of their headlines being so over the top. So when someone else does it in their own fucking company, they should have his back.
I don't
As
think
stupid as
I
that
do
tweet
agree
was
with
and
that.
as offensive as that tweet was, the New York Post should have a fucking backbone and be like, yo, we do this for a living. Bart Hawick, you can stay, and just find another reason to fire him.
I was gonna say I agree with what you said. Also, they've wanted to fire him for a long time
Yeah.
because he's clearly like
Right,
in
so he
person,
has a fair lawsuit, in my opinion.
He's got to be like the worst person in the world to work
course.
with, deal with. So they've been looking for a reason to fire him.
So you disagreed, now you just agree?
I
Yeah,
think
I made
that's
a
a good
strong
point.
point. It's called.
I think it's
called a little
yeah.
debate there, Riggsy. Thought you went to Harvard.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was compelling. Not a compelling point.
After
Playing in
show.
the mud.
After show, I just wanted to say that it's bullshit. ESPN, Duke, UNC tonight, and Dickie V's not doing the call. They did that. They took him off the call like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Dickie V's gonna die soon. I'm not like I don't want him to die soon, but he's gonna die soon.
That's how-
And a part of it's gonna be because of this.
Yeah, I mean, that's devastating. It's
You
bullshit.
you take something away that somebody cares so
Right.
much about. That's
Right.
you just.
Right.
I mean,
You're killing him. You're like cutting his life in half, the rest of his life in half.
Other after show topic. Do you guys see my blog about K Marco's Girl Scout cookies? How many I can eat? What do you guys think? I've had 13. I had 11 as I wrote the blog.
what
but I
was
had
the
13
stipulation? You have to say thank you every time.
No, I haven't said anything to him.
I think
He just has them out.
if
And
he-
it's like no one, half the office isn't here.
Yeah.
It's been prison rules. I took some of Fight's dip. I'm looking at your Cheetos. I'm about to get to those. PFT and I were actually at a conversation. We just start pissing on people's desks.
if it was any
Little
other,
alpha shit.
it
You
was
threatened Pete.
Yeah.
You threatened Pete's sandwich.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah.
I threatened to eat Pete's sandwich
I've
right
had-
in his face. It's like, you bitch, I'll eat your sandwich.
if it was any other day where it's like normal and everyone is here, I think you would have to follow the rules. But it's
the snow's got
It's
me in
Blizzard
some
day.
kind of mood. Yeah, it's like no one's here. It's just it's kind of like Lord of the Flies.
I get shit on nonstop for stealing people's style, but you want to start peeing on people's desks.
Well, yeah.
That's
it's Lord of the
different.
Flies.
There's no
Yeah,
connection
right.
Those are-
There's no
those are two
connection.
very
Those-
different
the
things.
correlation there was, I'm gonna piss on your desk first now, just for that comment.
Just shenanigans.
This Harvard's
Stealing
degree
people's-
keeps going down.
Stealing people's food, candy, trying to pee on their
Between
desks.
you and Francis, who's someone's off with Francis.
Oh,
Someone's
yeah.
off.
Big
Yeah.
time.
I
Up
know.
here.
Is he? He's got his headphones in, so we can
Yeah,
talk
but
about it.
something's off. Like I don't know what it is.
He has like a
Every
lot
time
of
he comes up and talks to me, I'm like, I don't hate it, but something's off.
he has a lot of space cadet moments where
Riggs
we'll be
calls
talking
him a
about
space
something.
cadet. Riggs calls him a space cadet.
We'll
He's
be
just
talking
like a
about
little
something.
off.
Yeah, for like 10
It's not
minutes.
a bad thing. We need more off guys. We need like quirks, so it's actually good for us.
Yeah.
But
He really skated on the cancer thing.
yeah, he did.
Oh, big time.
Well, it was a news dump.
I know.
We said it in the RV. It was the like, Dave, Kevin, and I were sitting in the RV, and we're like, of course he did this when we're fucking in the middle of Oklahoma or wherever the hell we were.
He doesn't like
News
when you
dump.
bring it
And
up
also-
either. He does
Right,
not
news
like
dump.
it.
I will bring it up sometime.
Also, the murder thing is getting weird with him. So when he was doing American Idol, he did the funny videos
yeah.
where he'd go up to K Marco and be like, "Oh, I did this story about someone like getting murdered brutally." Thought it was like a joke. Now he can't stop writing about murder vlogs,
Yeah.
and he loves them.
Crazy. All right, that's a rundown.